Hi, welcome to Save Point, a show on YouTube where we talk about video games and topics that you send to us on YouTube, Tumblr, Twitter, Facebook, and Google Plus using hashtag SavePoint. I'm Michael Anthony.
I'm Nick Rubio.
And I'm Hunter Taylor.
And we're just going to get it.
All in it. Alright, ready?
I'm ready.
Oh, I got more than one. Okay. Lil Reese 705.
What up, homie?
From Twitter, at Little Reese _705. First guy from Google Plus. All right. What do you think is going to happen with the Resident Evil series game, not movie?
Yes, not the movies.
Did you see the April Fool's joke?
No, I didn't.
Apparently, Capcom is overdubbing every game that they've ever made so that cats can understand them.
That sounds genius.
Yes, it's every game but with cat sounds.
Is that not what the internet wants?
That's exactly what the internet
No,
wants.
the internet wants them to remake all the games, but everybody's a cat.
The commercial was hilarious because it's like this deep, bravado Japanese voice, just rambling on, and then cat.
And then cat.
Cats.
I don't know. I've talked about it on one of our other videos, Reality Checkpoint.
That was how to fix it, and you were just saying make it Dino Crisis.
Yeah. No, just make it. I don't know. I feel like after 5, because 5 did get relatively low reviews.
I don't think it's going anywhere.
I mean,
Shinji Mikami's not on it anymore.
No, but I think after. No, I'm not sorry. Not 5 got low reviews. After 6 got low reviews. I think after 6.
I was gonna say 5 got good reviews.
5 got good reviews. After 6 got like average reviews. They weren't as high as what they want. I mean, I'm pretty sure they made sales expectations, but I don't know if they made the critical expectations they wanted.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna tone it back, especially like if you've read some of the things that they've said, that they realize that everybody loves Leon's campaign in Resident Evil 6.
Well, that's because
Leon's campaign is awesome.
Resident Evil.
Exactly, and then they were like, maybe we shouldn't have made the game so like
Diverse.
big and bloated.
Yeah.
But they were, I mean, from all the things that I've read post the game's release, they're all, I mean, it's mad praise on Leon's campaign, and I think they know that was like bread and butter. That was amazing, and I think they're gonna go more on that.
Yeah, I honestly, I don't know what they're gonna do because, like I said, Shinji Mikami's gone. He started his own studio that got bought out by Bethesda, and now they're making the Evil Within,
which I'm pumped for.
Evil Within, and that's gonna be what everybody wants Resident Evil to be. I honestly think at this point they're just beating a dead horse.
I think if they went back to their roots and stopped trying to go for more of because obviously they're not trying to just do survival horror with 6. It was an action adventure and stuff like that. So I think if they just honestly just went back to their roots, I honestly think it would be fine if they never make another Raccoon City.
I don't know what the fuck they were thinking about that.
Yeah, and I think that's another thing that is going to steer them away from the more action oriented. I think Leon's campaign has plenty of action, but it has this really methodical pace in between that action. That action is all punctuated in really dark environments and things like that.
I personally played 4 and 5. I liked being in those moments where fuck, I only have 2 bullets and shit, fuck. And then the big axe guy's about to chop me up in half. That's intense. That's what I want. Is something that's scary, but also me trying to survive for my life and just have fun. And I feel with 6, they just were well, let's try something different with this one, but it just really didn't do that as well. So I think, honestly, if you're going to make another Resident Evil, go back to your roots. Don't try it. I wouldn't say
they
stop.
They kind of did with Revelations. And Revelations was a great game.
Very well.
I mean, especially that really showed that was the first game that I played because it first came out on 3DS. That's when I first played it, and that was the first game that really showed the 3DS can do a lot. It's a pretty powerful system. The graphics in that game are pretty damn good. Even the 3D. I mean, I didn't play the 3D all the time because it's disorienting to panic and try to shoot shit when it's 3D. But I thought that game was very, very well done. It was you're trapped on a boat. There are all these. I mean, they weren't necessarily zombies. They were still the weird stuff, which I can.
What do they call it? The ooze?
Yeah, it's called the S virus or some shit like that.
But it had this colloquial nickname that I was that's a dumb nickname.
Yeah, they were ooze monsters. Or whatever.
Yeah, and I was Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, it wasn't. I mean, I'd rather have the zombies back, but they're gone. Zombies are gone. Yeah, they're never going back to zombies.
Oh, I mean, you look at Resident Evil 6. There are some cool monsters in Resident Evil 6. Mm-hmm. There's some really good monster design in Resident Evil 6.
Except that fly one. I fucking hated that.
Yo, when he's a T-Rex and then he's a fly and then he's a moth and then he's a spider and then
I screamed at that's the first time I ever threw my controller.
Cause like you kill him like a million times. But okay, no, like I mean, what's that? The only way to describe it is like it's like this monster that looks like it's covered in pimples, but you might misconstrue them as breasts. Like it looks like it's covered in breasts, or like these giant like. And it like screams, and then when you shoot it, it falls to its knees and like lets gas out.
That's in
Resident Evil 6.
Yeah,
that thing is terrifying looking. That thing is really gross.
I thought those were breasts.
That's what I mean.
I thought those were.
If they're supposed to be like pustules or like, you need better art.
I actually haven't played Resident Evil 6. I just heard what people were saying about it, and I know the reviews were very like this. Some people are like, it's like the Resident Evil fans were like, it's a masterpiece, and blah, 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 blah. And they could have just been in denial at the time, because they're like, everyone wanted, waiting and wanting this for so long, and blah, 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 blah. But at this, like, anything would taste good. There's like, this is great. But at the same time, like, a lot of critics were just like, it's,
I mean, like, there's some moments that are really good.
I haven't played it, so I just don't know.
There are some moments outside of Leon's campaign that are good. Like
the snake.
The invisible snake. You fight a giant invisible snake. It's huge. And it's awesome. And like the only time you can see is when it opens its mouth, because its mouth's not invisible. And its teeth are moving like fully articulated. It's so weird. But it's an awesome fight. Because like, the best way to describe it is its skin's like the Predator. It looks like it's like that, like how it mimics the light. So when you aim your laser at it, like you see like the bending of the light, and it's so confusing, but it's so cool. But basically everything from Jake's campaign, Jake and Sherry, basically the entire thing is dumb.
Yeah. Ada Wong's campaign was awesome though.
No, it was.
I like Ada Wong's campaign. But I love Ada Wong, so
those games are. It's fun if you play in co-op. I mean, but then again, everything's fun if you play in co-op.
Yeah.
Not Fable 2.
Not Fable 2. You're right. There it is. Not Fable.
I don't even remember the call from Fable 2. That's
good.
So you share one screen and you're like, I want to go over here.
Nope.
Exactly. And you couldn't even play as your character. You had to play as like some hired goon. It was dumb. It was bad.
You had to play as a pre-made character, and you had like 5 people you could choose from.
There's it was you picked a guy or a girl, and there was a good version, a neutral version, and a bad version, and that was it.
And you couldn't save, right? You couldn't save that character, so like if you left, like you lost.
Well, everything that you gained in the game, you got for your character, but you couldn't play as your character.
Exactly.
It was very stupid.
Yeah.
It's very dumb.
I don't even want to go off on this because Fable, I'm just so done with you right now.
It's like a bad girlfriend.
So yeah, and the last thing is, you were just explaining that in Resident Evil, you're like you love the moments when you're low on ammo. I have never played a Resident Evil game and been low on ammo.
Because you didn't play on like Insane.
No, that's what I play on.
Really?
Yeah. I play the one. I play the one under professional.
You're just a good shot then.
And it's ridiculous.
Or you don't get scared.
I don't
That's
know.
what happens. Is you can
I get scared all the time.
So on Resident Evil 5, at the beginning, when you're versing the gigantic axe guy, the first time you ever played it, with the hundreds of zombies coming after you,
not an issue.
With the computer, with the AI.
Yeah, I remember being low on ammo too.
I promise you, I wasn't. I mean, I used melee like a boss the entire time. I was like, oh, haymaker, boom, because he turns into Goku whenever melee's active. And I know it wasn't. I don't know. It wasn't that hard. Like, I don't remember being low. I don't ever remember the struggle. Hashtag the struggle.
And you probably would remember that because that's a big thing.
All right, Connor McGuire at Punjab McGee from the Twitters. Under Inspired Games. Well, if we're talking hypothetically, Goat Simulator equals Game of the Year.
Yeah, so the question is Goat Simulator Game of the Year. The hypothetical part was something.
Okay.
We'll talk about that.
I would actually rather state that the GOAT is the GOAT, the greatest of all time.
There are no eagles in that game. That should be a boss.
But and you get pulled off a cliff. You get pulled off a cliff every time. If you would like to know what we're talking about, stay tuned for the Under Inspired podcast. Goats falling off cliffs. No, I don't know. It's stupid. It's so, but it's like.
And it wasn't even supposed to be a game. Like when it was made, like because they put that out there. The people who made it, they made that at a game jam. And if you don't know what a game jam is it's basically like an indie workshop where all these indie game creators get together and then they're given directions and they have to make a fucking game in 10 minutes. It's supposed to build like teamworking exercise. It's a teamworking exercise for indie developers. Anyway, so this was a product out of Game Jam that these guys created. It had a physics engine. They were just like, let's just make a goat simulator for fun. They put an video out, and the internet said we wanted it, and it became a thing. They fucking made it and put it out, and it looks like fun. You know what? I'm gonna end up paying for it, and I'm gonna end up liking it.
Like, it's like the kind of fun. It's the kind of fun and the kind of funny that like it shouldn't be funny, but it's 5 o'clock in the morning, and for some reason you're still awake. And like you're clinging to consciousness. So if someone were to say your name, you would just die of laughter. You are on the brink. You're just like no, exactly, because your body's so confused. Your body's like, why am I awake? Exactly. You know what I'm talking about? It's that kind of just so. It's so weird. It's off the wall. I watched one as a GIF, and I don't know why it was so funny to me. It's this lady walking down the street, and there's just the goat standing there, like perpendicular to her, and she just walks into the goat and just like collapses. And I don't know why that's so funny to me.
Somebody said that they apparently there was a licking mechanic, and somebody licked a car through a fence, and the car exploded.
That makes sense though, in Goat Simulator.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's just one of those games that, you know, I'm glad that this game wouldn't have existed if the market was only full of big, you know, AAA developer like
exactly.
we're not gonna give you $1 million to make this. No way, no.
I mean, I don't know if it would take $1 million to make Goat Simulator.
I don't think it did. I'm sure they're gonna make that much money.
Oh, I'm sure they're gonna make plenty of money.
Make that much money. I don't even know what they're gonna be able to fit in that game. Aside from the fact that you can run around, I think the novelty is gonna wear off very quickly.
I think it is, but there's gonna be like that select group of people, like the people who do like who do like the stunt videos in GTA 4.
Yeah,
where like
basically mean Michael and Gavin free.
So it's gonna be one of those things where it's like we might stop playing it, but we're not gonna stop watching those videos when they do some crazy stuff. Mm-hmm. You know?
Yeah, the Frogger in GTA was pretty cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just run to the other end.
I don't know, what do you think about Goat Simulator, Hunter? Have you seen anything on the Goat Simulator?
Yeah. And it looks really funny. I'm never going to play it, but it looks really funny.
You don't want to be a goat?
No. I just don't think his computer can handle the goat physics.
You never ready for goat physics? That's a college class. Goat physics 201. There's no 101.
If StarCraft can be a class, then I'm sure Goat Simulator can.
Exactly.
How much is it?
What? I don't know. I think it's gonna be like $5. I hope it's not any more than that.
Man, the struggle. $5. I'm so broke.
Alright. That's our thoughts on Goat Simulator. Stay tuned for more.
Big Fry on Twitter.
Oh.
Hey, hypothetically, yes, Elder Scrolls Online launch. Opinions? ?
I don't know. I actually heard it's doing really well. Mm-hmm. I heard that the launch is actually going pretty smooth.
Well, that's because they did the smart thing. Did the whole pre-release and let people like ease their way on. So now there's a whole bunch of people who are steadily coming on, you know, the early access, and there's not people just flooding into the servers like it would. Yeah, like it would on day one, and crashes. Like I don't even play a game on day one.
No,
that's multiplayer because I know it's gonna be fucked up. Mm-hmm. I mean, I think Titanfall barely had a good release, just barely.
Skin of its teeth.
Like, I remember SWTOR when it first launched.
Yeah.
That was horrifying.
I heard Battlefield 4 did really bad at launch, too.
It did.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know if that's the server's fault as much as that it's just the game's fault. What is on the disc's fault.
I heard it was having a lot.
The original Diablo 3 launch, not Rebirth Soul, just vanilla Diablo 3. That was so ridiculous.
Oh, and then when they put the auction house live...
yeah.
That was a nightmare.
Even the open beta, like the weekend before the game came out, even that was horrible.
Mm-hmm. That was pretty bad. But yeah, no, so I think I wasn't impressed by the beta. I don't know why, it just didn't feel very fluid to me.
What beta are you impressed by that you just received entry to?
WildStar.
And how is it?
I like it. I like it a lot. But if somebody asks us a question about that, I will talk at length.
Okay, someone ask us a question about that because I want to know about it.
WildStar's a good game. But I mean, I pre-ordered it. I didn't have enough faith to pre-order the collector's edition. Mm-hmm. So I'm just gonna actually just get the game, play for 30 months. If I don't like it, okay. It's kind of the same thing that I did with Final Fantasy. Like I wasn't huge. Like Final Fantasy was a fun game, but I wasn't huge into it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I ended up
original or Realm Reborn.
Realm Reborn.
Okay.
Final Fantasy.
I was going to say.
Yeah, they fired that whole staff. That was a shit can and a half. But no, so I mean, I'll give it a chance. I hear good things. My cousin got into it. He's playing the early access right now. He says he's having a lot of fun.
I have a friend who's in it right now.
I heard the PvP is a lot of fun, so maybe I'll play it for the PvP.
My friend Corey, He's literally been playing it nonstop, and like
he built his PC for it.
And like yesterday, he was just like, Hunter, I have to sell some games so I can renew my thing for it.
It's not even the 30 days.
He sold
you get 30 days for just getting it.
Huh?
You get.
30... No, I think he wanted his first like week or something. Not first week. He already had the beta.
What does he want? His first year paid off?
Yeah, I think so. So he sold a bunch of his games. Cause he's an Elder Scrolls like fanatic.
Okay.
I'm an Elder Scrolls fanatic too, but that's it just didn't feel like Elder Scrolls to me.
Can we say that games, especially like, I think with the exception of World of Warcraft, and that's only because World of Warcraft owns the world in the MMO marketplace.
In the MMO marketplace.
In the MMO marketplace, can we say that just if you're not World of Warcraft, you shouldn't have a subscription model?
Oh, you know what? WildStar's gonna have a subscription model, but I like the way that they're doing it.
But they also have, I've seen that, they also have a...
You can buy, if you play enough, you can purchase, it's kind of like how EVE Online works.
Yeah, like you guys can trade time and barter between players.
You can buy game time with gold on like an auction house, and then it'll fluctuate the same way that Plex does and IME. I forget the acronym for money in EVE works, but yeah, no.
Confusing is what money in EVE is.
Yeah, it is. But so I think that you can have a subscription model if the game warrants it. You know what I mean? It depends. Like I know Guild Wars is doing fantastic right now in their model.
Guild Wars doesn't have a.
No, it's free, but it has the model that it's using now. You basically pay for like in-game goodies and stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I mean, it's doing great, and that's another NCSoft game. So let's see. Maybe they'll go back to maybe they'll crumble halfway through like SWTOR did.
Exactly like Star Wars. I remember Star Wars was super big when it first came out, and then literally fell off a cliff, just exploded, ridiculous, and then they went free to play, and they've slowly been gaining back, but still
the game's still not that great.
It's still. What are you gonna do? Rise of the Hutt Cartel.
I think honestly, I'm not from just based off the fan base of Elder Scrolls. I honestly think I wouldn't say it's as big as WoW. It's not as big as WoW, but I do think it is honestly big enough to where it could have a subscription fee. I don't care.
It'd survive.
It'll survive.
I don't know.
My philosophy.
If you think about how many people bought Skyrim and Oblivion, literally is ridiculous. So
I mean, how many people just bought Skyrim that? You didn't even have to put Oblivion in that category.
Like, literally, I think Elder Scrolls Online is... Because I love Guild Wars. Like, I love it, but I think Elder Scrolls Online is going to be way bigger. And I think it's going to be a lot bigger than other MMOs. The only thing that's going to be bigger is WoW. But I do think that I would personally... If I had the money, I would do it. Like, I think it looks a lot of fun. And I think... Because the content's called Tamriel, right?
Yeah, the whole world is Tamriel. Yeah.
No, that's earned.
I think that's
the whole world is earned, but like the
continent
is Tamriel.
So I think that to be able to explore all of Tamriel, I think it seems really good. Like
go run around Blackmarsh.
I think that's one thing you said that it doesn't feel like an Elder Scrolls game. I mean, like look-wise it does, but is it just gameplay or?
Yeah,
it plays from what I've seen, it plays just like an MMO. It's got a more active combat.
Yeah, it's still got the whole terror feel to it, but it's like I don't know, like I felt like when you feel like when you swing, there's no like wait, like when you play Skyrim, like you swing a sword, you feel like you're swinging, like at least you get that sense that you're like, okay, I'm swinging it, but like when in the game, like you do stuff.
It's just moving an arm.
Like I don't know, it didn't feel fluid to me. I don't know, maybe. It was the beta, so I'm obviously going to get my informed opinion when I play through the actual game. But, so... And the other thing that I'm worried about is that there's the whole world of Tamriel, but how are you going to make it feel like I'm not going to walk for like 10 miles and not see a damn thing,
Yeah.
But I think, what's it called?
I don't know, I wonder if they're doing one server.
You played... Well, because I've never played Guild Wars 2, but I played Guild Wars 1. Have you played Guild Wars 1?
Yeah, they have the instances and stuff like that.
Yeah, Guild Wars 1... Have you played Guild Wars 1?
No.
Guild Wars 1... is so big, it's split up into different sections. The map, it's just continents and stuff like that, and islands that you can go to. And
but it's not open world. It's not open world.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, not in the sense that you have to load in. You have to go in there with your party, Or you have to go in there with,
Well, no,
like, you
well,
won't
you
just
have
see
to-
random people.
You have to, well, to play with other people, you have to go inside a city and you have to make a party and then go out. But
Okay.
it is open world. It's just not.
I mean, like, in the sense that
Yeah.
not
WoW
everybody's
is.
not going.
Exactly. It's not like WoW where you're just
Yeah.
walking down the street and there's some
And then
guy.
people keep stealing
There's
your
some
shit,
douche
you know
jumping
what I mean?
everywhere.
Yeah. So, pretty much, if they did it like that, I could definitely see them doing it. Like, just make the map, but obviously don't make it like.
Well, that's what they
super-
said, but it's 1-to-1 like scale. It's the I don't know what they're gonna do. I mean, I'm sure they figured out some sort of solution. I know that the PvP I heard is like fantastic for the game though.
I mean, if you can't jump off the throat of the world, then the game is done. Skyrim reference, guys.
You will be able to.
I don't know enough about Elder Scrolls. Apparently, I don't know enough about high fantasy. I didn't even know what Mithril was. I'm pretty sure you guys are still lying to me. I'm pretty sure Mithril is not a thing. It's not even in anything.
Have you never played RuneScape?
What is?
Remember
What is
Lord of the
it? Yeah,
Rings?
I played my choppings at 99. That's all I ever needed.
That was like the blue armor. That was Mithril.
No,
the blue
nothing.
one.
Nothing. That's
Watch
That's
Lord of the
ringing
Rings.
no
Watch the first
bell.
Lord of
You
the
never
Rings.
played Oblivion?
Put an
Yeah.
hour in the Lord
It's
of the
the light. It's.
I was
light
like
armor.
10 when Oblivion came out, and it was way too confusing. I was like, wait, I leveled up and I have to go to sleep to level up? That's dumb. I don't know, maybe I was just a cynical douche.
If any of you guys have played Elder Scrolls already, you can tell us your opinions and tell us that we're terrible people and that our opinions are invalid.
Yes, let us know. Are you excited? Are you excited for Elder Scrolls Online? Have you played it? And if you have, what's it like? Let us know
If I had
in the
been
comments below.